winning matchups does Jamie have? It depends on if you mean winning on paper or winning like it's a good matchup for him. On paper, my hot take, I think Jamie should be about even with Luke on paper, but it just doesn't play out that way because Luke is too easy. Manon is probably even. Probably even-ish matchup. It could even be in Jamie's favor. I think if you play Jamie perfectly, he beats Manon. But perfectly is... you barely ever play that. He does fine against Kimberly. I'd say about even against Marissa because she does so much damage. Probably around even against Lily. Cammy probably beats him by a little bit. If we're talking about player versus player, Cammy wins. But if it's a robot kind of thing, it should be around even. For some reason, the characters who are easy to play are also the strongest characters in his game. Like Luke, Ken, JP a little bit. JP's actually a little bit complicated, but the way he implements his game plan is not. So he's also really easy. I think he does fine against Jury. I beat Justikid a few times the other day. But I mean, Justikid still beats me. It's not like... I think Ryu, if we're going to look at it from the other way, Ryu on paper should beat Jamie. But it's about even. Honda matchup, if you're zero drink Jamie, you lose to everybody, pretty much. Zero drink Jamie is probably the worst character in the game. But if we're looking at the character as a whole, 4 drink Jamie dookies on Honda. 4 drink Jamie destroys Honda because you got command grab, you got big damage. You got everything does more damage, like the uppercut against headbutts. If you knock Honda down, he's in big trouble. Like he has to super for something that's really gonna work, and if you bait the super, he loses. I feel like Blanca should be even, maybe a slight advantage to him, maybe very slight. Guile is a lost cause. I don't think you can consistently beat Guile with Jamie. I don't think there's any way around it. I think you can beat JP more consistently than you can beat Guile. Like, if I were to go against, let's say, Bananakins JP and Knuckle Deuce Guile, I might win 2 times in the first of 10 versus Knuckle Deuce Guile. Maybe. Against Bananakins JP, I'd say I could win probably 5. Still losing, but I think it's worse with Guile. Ken, I feel like he's pretty fine against Ken. The problem with Ken players is they don't know when to pump the brakes. If Ken players slowed down, he would beat Jamie a lot more. Or I would lose to him a lot more. Chun-Li probably beats Jamie. I think by a little bit. Zangief is... yeah, it's about even. If you ask a Zangief player, you would say Jamie beats Zangief. If you ask most Jamie players, they say Zangief beats... like, you know, it gets flip-flopped. But Jamie can drink very easily against Zangief. Like, OD Palm is actually safe if you drink twice against Zangief. He can't do nothing about it. Just in general, if you make enough space, it's hard for him to punish drinks. So you just get to drink 4 as Jamie with him, and, you know, now you're good. Now you're top tier. Dawson probably beats Jamie, but I haven't played this matchup enough. I'd have to play it with Zaffarino to really see, like, oh, I guess I do lose. But the one thing you do have against Dawson is his defense is terrible. So once you get him in the corner, if you can bait the throws, bait the reversal, yeah, he's dead. So all it takes is like one good perfect parry on the normals, and you can make it happen. But I wish there was a more interesting game plan than that. You can't really Bakai through the fireballs. You can't be close enough to do it. Rashid, probably even. If I had to choose one character, what is he doing? Is that 2 chairs? If I had to choose, I would give Rashid just a little bit of an edge because level 2 is stupid. And Aki is about even. I would say if I really had to choose... It's interesting because Jamie can drink a little bit easier against Aki. If Aki does a fireball, I can drink. If she does it too far away, it's a free drink. So to answer your question, he has a pretty good spread. It's just, it's 100% the difficulty of the character is what makes him it makes him awesome and cool, but bad. You can do all this work and lose to Luke jumping once. Luke doing down medium punch 1 time. You can lose. By the time you drink twice and get good pressure, you can just lose to a random poke, and that's not cool. I think that's a game problem, though. It's not Jamie's problem. Broski thinks Jamie is Aki's easiest matchup. I mean, who does he play? Like maybe Bolt Strike. There's just not enough Jamies and not enough good Jamies to be able to assess it correctly. St. Cole in the building? What up, man? You think Jamie's risk reward makes sense given how much damage other characters can do without drinks? When I first started playing Jamie, I felt like every other character was already at 4 drinks. And then I kind of didn't think that anymore, and now I kind of think it again. Because people have just gotten better with being, like I knew this was going to happen. People would get better at being nutty, and it works. They're like 2 to 3, pretty much. If you could just stop low forward drive rush with drive reversal consistently, I would be great with that. I don't know why you'd need that to be something that's good on block also. Low forward drive rush, give it to, I don't know, other normals. And I'm also thinking, not that I know anything about who's in charge of development for this game, but I'm starting to think that jump-ins should scale. They should have damage scaling on them. Because you already get punish counter and take away their gauge for it. Or maybe a punish counter jump-in should have scaling, which is how it usually is.